Hello, my name is Joris Castermans. I'm the founder and CEO of Whispp. I'm from the Netherlands, so sorry for my Dutch accent. So this is me as well. This was me at the age of 3 years old. And it was a moment that kind of became clear that my stutter was there to stay, because and my stutter was pretty severe. I really felt the pain of not being able to express myself. Mainly at high school, that was a drain. I felt feelings of isolation due to it. I was really shy. And 6 years ago, I had the core idea for Whispp. 6 years ago, and that was based, the idea for Whispp was based on the fact that people who stutter severely, when they whisper, they are really fluent. That's a neurological phenomenon. So when you whisper, you are not using your vocal cords, and with that, the neurology of the speech system changes. So besides this, people who stutter severely, they really dislike making phone calls. So the idea was born to develop real-time AI that converts this whispered speech into a person's clear and natural voice in real time. So people can make phone calls with a really relaxed whisper. And the other side of the line will hear the person's own natural voice. So 6 years fast forward, I'm going to show you that today. Besides, so when we started, soon many people with a broad variety of voice conditions reached out to us. People with throat cancer, vocal cord paralysis, spasmodic dysphonia. And they were asking, is Whispp beneficial for us too? And yes, it is. And you can imagine, I mean, it's not needed to tell this in this room, but the impact, of course, of losing your voice is huge on your personal life, on your professional life, and your sense of happiness. So that brings us to our mission. It's our mission to enable people with voice conditions and people who stutter severely to express themselves and empower them in their daily lives and work. So we have a mobile app. We have currently about 12,000 downloads. And it facilitates voice messages. So you can press the button, speak a voice message, and you can share that. Besides this, you can make phone calls with it. So you can reach everyone on their fixed and mobile number. And you can ask family and friends to download the app, so they can also reach you on your Whispp app. For family and friends, it's free. The patient users they can download the app for free. They can play around. They have 30 minutes of free minutes to try the phone calls and then decide to buy a subscription. When a family member calls the patient user, then the credits are deducted from the subscription of the patient user, but it's free for the family member or loved ones. So what I'm going to show you soon, in a minute, is the status of our new developments, of our AI. Because currently, when you make a phone call with the Whispp app, the AI runs in the cloud. The signal of the affected voice goes to the cloud, it gets converted with our voice AI, and then it's sent to the recipient. We made big progress with having the AI run on the mobile phone. And that's what I'm going to show you in a minute. And that is needed because we also want to facilitate live conversations. Probably you know people who lost their voice, they don't attend social events anymore because it's too crowded, it's too busy. They are just not able to express themselves in those noisy environments. So I'm going to show you this in a minute. And besides this, we are developing a video conferencing, a virtual microphone to have video conferencing calls on your laptop. So what makes us so unique is our foundational audio-to-audio based AI. So we don't do speech to text and text to speech. We have an audio-to-audio based AI. And of course that's done because the latency is so important. When you want to have a natural conversation, the flow of a conversation is very important. So that makes us so unique. So our real-time on-device AI converts whispered and vocal cord impaired speech into a person's clear and natural voice. Currently, the latency is about 200 milliseconds. The AI works language agnostic. So it's globally scalable with this. And let's say you would use a few English words and then a Spanish word in between. It's conveying the audio that is heard. And you can make your personal Whisp voice with just 2 minutes of your healthy recordings from the past. We are able to make your personal Whisp voice. I'm gonna demonstrate Whisp for you now, and I need to do some tricks here. I will be wearing this one, and I'm gonna whisper in a minute. But I need to turn off this. And I'm gonna walk here and do it again. So I'm gonna demonstrate Whisp for you. And I need to turn off the microphone that I'm wearing here. I'm gonna mute it, but I'm gonna whisper. This is my whisper. I'm not using my vocal cords. So I'm gonna mute it, and then I will talk into this microphone. This is connected to my phone. The AI runs on the phone, and the output of the phone is connected to the audio system here. So, again, this is my whisper. I'm going to mute.
This is my whisper. I'm currently whispering, but you hear a natural voice. It's a gentleman's voice. But I can also choose an ace voice, for example. And it's so nice to be here in Orlando at the ETIA conference. And I'm really proud to present the current status of our technology. And of course, the upcoming period, we want to further improve the audio quality, the naturalness of the speech, and also further reduce the latency. You're not able to see this on the screen. Of course, you hear it, but the current latency is 200 milliseconds. Of course, this goes according to the system here, so probably you perceive a little higher latency. For making a phone call with 200 milliseconds extra latency, it's just you can slightly notice it, but it's not a problem in that sense. I'm gonna switch to Mary's voice.
So I'm currently showing my feminine side. It sounds a bit strange, of course. See me talking with a lady's voice. So again, this is our demo app, and in the next step we will integrate this feature, this live conversations feature, into our app. Then you will connect your phone with a Bluetooth speaker or earbuds, and you can talk into the phone directly, as you can attend social events like a party, go to the restaurant again, and that's what makes up and makes us so thrilled to do this work.
So it's me again. So Whispp is, and it's also good to mention kind of the restrictions of Whispp. And I want to briefly mention the source filter model of speech production. Probably you know in this room, but it's about speech production is done by the source, the sound created by the vocal cords and the vocal tract, creating the words on top of that sound. And based on this model, we are able to kind of position Whispp. And I made a graph here. On the vertical, you see the voice quality, the source, and on the horizontal, it's about the articulation, the filter. So to start with, solutions in the assistive technology domain, to start with kind of the blue ones, when you just don't have any voice or your articulation is really bad, you need to communicate with, when that is possible, text to speech, or using other AAC tools like communication boards and picture books. A second category, people with stroke, with severe ALS. When the articulation is degraded, that can be recognized, for example, with by a company, the technology of a company like Voiceit. They do ASAR for atypical speech. You have text. That's wonderful and it helps many, many people. But of course, the advantage of this is that there is a delay of 2 or 3, 4 seconds. And that positions Whispp clearly when the voice gets worse and softer and there's no voice, there's a whisper, we get relevant. But going to the right and the articulation is really bad, we kind of stop being beneficial. So we have a rule of thumb to, when you're close to the mouth of the potential user of Whispp, and you can understand the speech, then Whispp can be beneficial for that person. So it's beneficial for people with a core voice disability, like laryngeal cancer, vocal cord paralysis, spasmodic dysphonia. By the way, did you know, for people who have spasmodic dysphonia, when they steer their voice towards whispering, they are also much more fluent. So the cramping of the vocal cords stops when they steer their voice to whispering. And besides this, there are many, of course, other conditions where Whispp can be beneficial, maybe in a certain stage of the disease. And like I mentioned, people who stutter severely, about 1% of the population, the global population stutters. We think that just the 5% most severely stuttering people benefit from Whispp. Of course, these are numbers, and it's of course not about numbers. It is about real people, and I'm going to show you an example of Mr. Ruud. Sorry for this. And I'm going to show you a short video.
Niet van orde. En ik heb wel een heleboel meegemaakt in mijn leven. We zijn hier bij Whispp en ik ga vandaag mijn oude gezonde stem terug horen.
Ja, hallo, ik ben Ruud en ik ga vandaag mijn oude gezonde stem terug horen. Na 3,5 jaar. Dus ik ben zeer benieuwd.
Nou, dat zeg je mooi. Ja.
Hij klinkt weer hard en scherp. Ja, wel heel bijzonder.
Heel bijzonder, ja.
Ja.
So this is why we do this. So this is a little bit bragging, but we had a lot of recognitions. We were one of the best inventions of time in 2024. We are an HTech collaborative company here in the US. And this is our team based in the Netherlands, in Leiden. And I would love to collaborate with you with potential partners to make this a more inclusive world together. Thank you.